Elvis, you came to the right place. You're looking for Elvis. You just look right in that face. I was both standing up. So I'll bring back. My little baby is Kevin. Where are you? So don't you mess around. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you, friends. I am not an Elvis tribute artist, in case you're wondering. It's like, wow, it's like Vernon Presley. Thank you very much. Make my living doing Charlie Hodge. My name is Tom Brown, and I am the host of this festival. I've been hosting events for, excuse me, Mike, I feel like you're blocking me. It's like standing behind Jerry Lewis. Jokes from the 50s. My name is Tom Brown, and I did that part, okay. And I host events for Elvis Presley Enterprises. I host Elvis Week for the last 19 years, actually. I host and co-produce the Nashville Elvis Festival. I host the Tupelo Elvis Festival, and I am from a little town a little east of here called Tupelo, Mississippi. Thank you. So, all the residents of Tupelo actually host Elvis festivals all over the world. So this is just the ones that I drew in my life. Welcome to the Jeff Lewis and Friends Elvis Festival here in Norman, Oklahoma. I see some familiar faces, but I also see a lot of faces that I've never seen before, so I'm just going to do a quick poll. This is scientific. This is how they do politics, you know. And by the way, and we make this announcement at all Jeff Lewis festivals. A Jeff Lewis festival is a political free zone. There is, talk about no spin. Don't spin at all unless you're dancing, all right? There's no politics here. Jeff Lewis and Friends Festival. How many of you have been to this festival before? How many of you are attending your very first Elvis event? Oh, your life's about to really be wrecked. Oh, you're going to be, it's just, welcome to our world. What we are doing tonight, it's a very special evening. It's called Elvis Live in Concert, and we are taking a look at some of the great moments in Elvis's career. Elvis's career had so many different components. You have to take it into little bite-sized pieces to really understand it. He was on television in the 50s and in the 60s. He made a lot of movies. He recorded incredible songs that were on albums and the radio, and he also was a live performer in concert. So it's something that we're going to be taking a look at tonight. Elvis has been gone 42 years right now. He was on this planet for 42 years, so it's an amazing time in history. He's had a really good year. Over the course of the last year, there was the Blake Shelton hosted 50th anniversary NBC special. And the album went to Elvis's 68 comeback special album, the re-release in February, went to number 3 on the streaming charts, behind Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga, and then Elvis Presley. So I have a feeling some young people downloaded some Elvis music for the first time, and their life was blown up. So, also, he received the Medal of Freedom from the President. That's the only politics we'll do. It's about time. There was the HBO 2-part documentary, The Searcher, and he's also gone double platinum on a couple of symphonic albums. So in the last year, Elvis has had a pretty good year being gone 42 years. Tonight we start at the beginning. Memphis, Tennessee, 706 Union Avenue is where it happened. In 1953, Elvis walks in to record a record for his mama. That's the legend. The truth of the matter, we think, is Elvis walked in because he wanted to see if he had the voice to sing and maybe to get somebody to notice him, because here's the deal, Mama didn't have no record player. Then he was back July 5th, 1954, a little over a year later. That day he recorded a song that's been called the Big Bang of rock and roll, That's All Right Mama. By the end of that month, that record was on the radio all over Memphis in the Mid-South. And by the end, now he records it July 5th. It's on the radio the next night. By July 30th of that month, he is opening at the Overton Park Shell in Memphis. He is opening for Slim Whitman. Remember Slim Whitman? He saved the world in Mars Attacks. But now, if you had been there at that concert at the Overton Park Shell, which was in a park, Overton Park in Memphis is kind of their version of Central Park, you would have paid $1.25 for a reserved seat, 75 cents if you were a kid then, and some of you probably were, and $1 general admission. So, and I bet they didn't get 10% off at Big Bad Burgers over there. The ad in the newspaper promoting this show at the Overton Park Shell says, opening act is Elvis Presley. That show, he was incredibly nervous, his legs shook, he didn't really understand what was going on. He asked Scotty Moore, his guitar player. Scotty said, Elvis, you're all over the stage, man. You can't stand still, and the girls are going crazy. So Elvis figured it out and said, I think I'll just keep doing that. A few months later, October 1954, he appears in the Ryman Auditorium on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. They hate him. They told him to go back and drive a truck. Years later, Lisa Marie played the Grand Ole Opry, and she said between songs, if it doesn't go over tonight, I got my truck parked out in the alley. Late October 1954, Elvis goes to the Louisiana Hayride. That was also a regional show, just like the Grand Ole Opry. They were a little more open to new sounds. He played his last Hayride March 1956 because Hollywood was calling. So.